guys are so quiet out there in chat.
Yeah, it really did.
You know, Brad, one of the things that I found interesting is it's kind of disappointment, actually. The fact that, Marvel's talking about, all new, you know, Marvel, all new heroes and stuff. And you really didn't get new heroes. What you got was gender bends of old heroes. You know,
Please tell me they address just as sexy.
yeah, some of them do. But I would have preferred to have seen a lot more brand new heroes in the Marvel universe versus just gender bends. If you say all new, that means
Yeah.
just that, all new. It does not mean a different take. A different
Yeah, all
slice,
new should mean all new.
Yeah, yeah,
If you're gonna see all new like flavor, I don't want it to be the same old strawberry I just had.
exactly. Want it to be all new, want it to be tantalizing, lip smacking, all that good stuff.
I mean, there's so much stuff they can do. How much have they done of Egyptian gods anyway?
Yep, it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot better they could have really tapped into.
There's a lot of creepy fairy tales they could do too.
Yep.
Mm.
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna start with the front and get this bad boy on some phone. Oh, here we go again. Another nail. That's one. Pin. Been trying to decide if I'm gonna use my good TNT phone on the Chester Factor, but I'm gonna save this for the spikes, the thorn spikes. It's the right length, the right width actually for each spike. Fuck it. I'm gonna use this first, regular EVA phone. For these pieces, and I'll save the good phone for spikes. Spikes, horns, protrusions, if you will. Okay, like it before, this is a pretty wide piece. I'm gonna go ahead and pin it down just to keep the foam from rolling up on me or shifting on me. Whenever you're working with a big piece or a wide piece of foam, it's always a good idea to do it like this.
So they're still trying to talk you into the Powerpuff Girls?
Yep, they still trying hard.
You know, it sounds like they got most of their group.
Say it again?
So I don't know why they're trying to still talk into you.
Well, they still got a bunch of villains, still boys. Matter of fact, with the exception of, I think, two characters, all the villains and Powerpuff Girls or boys.
Not all of them.
Yeah,
Medusa.
with the exception of two. One's Medusa, which is a female, and there's the little girl called Princess. Those are the only two female villains. Every other one's a male, which I found kind of odd when I looked it up. I was like, that's weird. I wonder if that's a hidden message.
Well, it was created by a drawer.
Yeah.
Alright, I gotta go do something before I scream and I think I have energy.
Okay. Do what you gotta do.
I worked out today and something has energy. I don't understand. I will talk to you later.
All right, hon. You have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Bye. It's all good, Norm. It is all good. You feel like lurking? Get your lurk on, man. No problem. I'll be here. So, got this. Next step on this is going to be for me to bend it. I'm going to do that with the heat gun. I'm going to bend all these areas down. Hey, Fat Man, thank you so much for the host. Much appreciated, man. Heat up both sides. Leave that on. You know what? There's a trick that I can do to the story about it. Don't really have to, but fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Just so I can show you guys this trick. Really quick, I'm gonna just cut off this end section here. So I can show you guys this. This is a cool way to get some detail in your armor when it's basically just one piece, not a bunch of pieces. That is weird. I cut this in the wrong section. Did I? Oh no, okay. I see it now. Alright, cool. Cool. So basically what this is going to do, this is giving me a guideline on where I gotta make my cut at. Going to do an undercut on this. And that undercut, I'm gonna make it to a wedge cut and then glue in that wedge cut. And then heat to everything and you'll see what that does. Actually, let me use this side. Always try to use a fresh blade or a sharpened blade when you're doing these wedge cuts. If you really want it to flow smooth, and you don't want to have to put too much pressure on the blade. you gotta be careful that you don't go, too deep into this. Because obviously, if you go too deep into this, you're gonna pop through, and that you don't want. Okay. All right, Norms. Okay. There we go. Cool. Okay. Mm, okay. So this time, instead of holding it closed, as you can see, I'm holding it open. So we turn on the fan, which will help blow it cool faster. So helpful. I'm doing the same thing for all my cuts. Right, last one. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and pour in the second layer right in the crack. This is so that it kind of reinforces the little crease that I have in there. Because like I said, I will be hitting it with the heat gun and bending all these parts this way. So I want to make sure that these creases that I've cut in here, they stay when I do the bend. And it's not to be a hard crease, but it's just to have that depression and just to help a little bit with the roundness. All right, turn it off. And start bending the top section, kind of like the tabs, if you will, then the bottom section. Now, as you can see, I'm waving the heat gun back and forth. That's because if I kept it in one spot, it would burn the foam, and I don't want that to happen. Do multitasking here, bend one side, heat up the other. All right, so now I have to bend these sides here. Okay, so you can see, well, hopefully you can, the creases are still there. But, you know, it's nice and smooth. But you can definitely see, you know, the division between the pecs and part of the upper part of the ab section. And it's just meant to be a light thing, you know. You can make it more pronounced. It just requires more bending of the foam after you've heated, you know, it up. A little bit of bending this way to put more stress on there to force it to pop out. You can put it over your knee and bend that way, which is good too. But yeah, this is what I wanted, just a hint of it. Okay, let's put this bad boy back in place now. One of the things too, when you're working with foam, when you're bending it, you gotta kind of keep in the back of your mind or try to remember that when you bend foam, it kind of collapses on itself in that one area. As a result, it shrinks. So you gotta make sure that when you do your patterns, you allot for that shrinkage. So basically, what I do is, if I'm working with a half an inch foam, then I will go ahead and I'll give myself a half an inch, you know, I'll give myself a little bit of a half an inch on each side that I'm stretching. So that way, when I do stretch it, it will shrink down to the actual size it needs to be. I definitely buy myself some new safety pins. Now, also because I have this dress form, after I get all this stuff pinned in place, I'm gonna hit it with the heat gun again. That way, it starts to form up to my client's actual body even more. So marker it. Go. Try to trim off a little bit down here. Heat gun time. Now it bends a lot easier than it used to be. As a result, that is looking good. Definitely a great start. Definitely a great start. See if you guys can see it with the top cam. But not bad. Simple piece. So now we gotta work on the back. Let's pin it. I have to give my client props too, because he did his duct tape test form just the way I asked him. Came out pretty damn good too. Kind of forgot to let people know that I was streaming on my Facebook. Let's post this up real quick. Alright, here we go. Folks have been notified. Could beat this up a little bit more on this side. It does. Alright, so face that towards the camera here. See that. And then get this ready. Go. Fresh sheet. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna pin down the sections. That way it don't slide on me. Much as I love the cha-cha slide, but this has to stay put. Hey Zap, how you doing, man? Welcome to the channel. If you want to lurk, feel free. Got no problem with that here. Just tap into your inner ninja. Okay. Should be able to cut this bad boy out now. so important to have proper control over your knife when you're cutting. And for me, the secret to that is to really watch how you're holding the blade. Um, like if you hold the blade like this or like that, you're gonna get an angled cut. So you gotta kind of always make sure that you are going straight up and down. Um, and it's tricky. It's hard at first, especially when you're doing curves. But you just gotta watch what you're doing and keep a mindful eye on your hands. Because if you don't, you'll be wondering why is it you're getting these angled cuts when you don't want an angled cut. That's it. Every time that I've done a cut and it doesn't come out perfectly straight, I know I wasn't watching my hand and how it's holding that blade. But every time you keep a mindful eye on it, it comes out, 90 degrees. Also, cutting with a fresh blade always helps. This one here is almost time for me to change out my blade. So let's get straight. Hey, Tyra Noob. I'm doing good, man. How you doing? So I think I'm gonna do the same trick that I did. I'm gonna go ahead and actually, nope, I won't do that. It's gonna be a simple bath, no depression, because I have to mount all of the horns on the back. So yeah, I'll just do a simple bend, top and bottom, put it into place, and then go on to the next stage. When you're also building your cosplay for yourself or for a client, um, try to keep in the back of your minds packing and traveling. Because if you can build your cosplay to break down, not too crazily, but simple shapes. It makes life for your client a lot easier when it comes to packing their bag with open a suitcase or two suitcases or having to ship it to a convention. So kind of keep it in the back of your mind when you're doing this. Like, I already know it would be pretty much hell if I were to build this all one solid piece and then leave it up to my client to figure out a way to transport this bad boy. Not everybody has the van. So I'm thinking about making it so that all the horns that come off the back separate. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not too sure about that though, because I have lights in it too. So that is definitely something that I'm thinking about. And then of course the breastplate, because it's so close fitting to the body, I have to make it so that he has a way to get in and get out of it. So I'm going to build this so that I'll have a parachute clip on one of the sides, So that way you can get a way to open it, get into it, and clip it closed. All right, man. Yeah, yeah. Good night, man. Have a good night. And I'm overbending this on purpose, so that when you release this, there is going to always be a certain amount of snapback from the phone. But if you overbend it, the idea is hopefully when it snaps back, it's going to snap back and it's going to fall just where you need it to actually be at. Whenever you're using a heat gun to soften up the foam so you can bend it, only heat up the actual section that you want to bend. That actually makes a big difference. Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the front. I'm going to pin this up on here and then once again hit it with the heat gun and bend it. Then if I have to make any adjustments, I'll use the marker, get my lines in there. Then I'll use a blade, carve any excess. And I made sure that I allocated that extra half inch on both sides. So I do have a little bit of excess purposely, which I can trim off once I get everything trimmed in shape and bent just right. definitely gotta buy me some new pins for sure. Right? Time for the adjustments. Okay, just taking my time, not rushing it. I don't want to cut through my dress fit. So I'm just being really careful with the knife. Cutter. And of course, I will go back with my Dremel if I want to clean up all the edges. And take my time to cut. Okay. Now I'm gonna work on the little gaps I have on the side here. Now one of these sides I'm going to glue together so it's permanent there and there. I could do parachute clips on all four sides. That would make it a bit easier for him travel wise. But I still have the issue of the spikes coming off the back with the lights inside. So that makes it very, very tricky because I gotta hook up this lights to a power source. And power sources, you don't want them flapping around. You want them anchored hard, in one area. So that's definitely going to give me some food for thought. I'm just taking my time and being easy with the knife. Matter of fact, I think it's time to take my blade. There we go. Really good blades. Really good blades. Okay. Looking like a fresh blade. Good lord. Just cuts like butter. More like a hot knife of butter. Right. So I'm going to go ahead and use some good stuff. It's wow, it's crazy glue basically. Bob Smith. It's really, really good crazy glue. You get a lot of them. And it sets up really fast. Hey, the Kingpin, how you doing, man? See, you're deep in your lurk mode. So I can take a little bit off of here and alright, so I just hold this puppy into place until it sets up. And then on the inside, I'll hit it with some of the hot glue just to give it a bit more strength. Don't have to, but I always do it on my builds. For safety, sorry. Okay, again, it's not sticking to the dress form, which is good. Okay, so that's how it's permanent. So I have to attach these here, so this side's permanent. This here, I don't really have to worry about it being seamless because I'm gonna have um, the muscles on top of all of this, so it's gonna fully cover it. So the other side, I'm gonna have parachute clip up here and down there. Um, that way, it makes it really easy for my client to get in and out of this. If it was a bigger piece that I was working on, I can just simply glue that shut and keep that side there open. That way, his head can come through easily. But because, even though I gave him space, this is a little bit narrow. I want to make it as easy as possible for him to get his head in and out. So the best way of doing that is to just put in a clip here and a clip there. So that whole side will open up. Good to go. Don't think that's stuck on the dress form. No, I don't think it is. Okay. So now this side. So I've got the same type of gap over here that I have over there. But I might actually keep that gap there on purpose. Because it will make it easier for my client to be able to get his fingers in here to undo the parachute clip. So yeah, I'm gonna keep that gap there. It's gonna work for me. Alright, so I think I have a parachute actually pretty wide. Smaller ones. Yep, perfect. Perfect size. Okay, so now I need some like this is a nylon strapping. So you got to go down. Hmm, a little bit more. Yeah, that's good. All right, I'm gonna hit this with a little bit of hot glue. Combine these two together. Some people sew them. I use hot glue. You know, this works for me, and it will hold it just as good as stitching it with. So they gotta do the same, of course, on the other side. Alright, next I'm gonna go ahead, I'm going to mark the area I'm going to be gluing on both sides. Okay, if you got a Sharpie marker, you can always do this. It's a good little trick. It just forces the glue to seep further into the nylon strapping. Then I go on top of that, you do a line like that. Really, really simple. And I can guarantee you, you do a harness like this, and you do it like that, you will rip the foam before that will come off. It's a really, really good, strong bond. And that's very, very important with all your harnessing that, you bond it like that. So I'll do the same method on this side. Right, once again, left to right. And I'm starting on the foam, going across the nylon, and ending on foam. You start on foam and you end on foam. Just like that. Alright, now I need just a smaller clip inside there. Lovely fiance has come in from a long day of work. Hey, babe. Don't need too much, just a little bit. Break out the heat gun again. Hola.
What you building? Oh, this is your owl thing.
We got a live stream.
How late are you gonna be streaming?
Not too much longer.
Because I brought some dinner.
I smell it.
You smell it?
Yes, yes. That's that good.
For the smell of it.
Really hate these damn threads that come off. A good way to combat that is to get a lighter and you burn the edge, and that literally melts the fibers so they won't pop off or shred. Hey, Opal, how you doing? Right, so that's ready to go. So I can now attach that to this. I'll take off the pins first, though. Once again, take my marker. I'm going to mark the area where I will be laying down the glue. So do the same thing, starting on foam, going across the nylon strapping, ending on foam. I use the same technique for all of my bindings, all my harnesses. Take out the pins. Something else I gotta figure out is where am I going to hide the battery pack at for this bad boy. It'll probably be in the back somewhere. It's not on the back, be on the one of the shoulders. Right. Since I have this one here permanently bonded, I might actually have the battery pack sitting in there because the shoulders would have got are freaking huge. So I'll be able to easily put like some Velcro here, Velcro there, and have that entire shoulder just over it, hide it. So that's a good spot that I'm thinking about using. Okay. Alright, so I can take these pins out that I have in there. Since now the whole thing is, anchored. And I'm still going to hit this back area a little bit more with the heat gun, just to really make it conform more to the shape of my character's body, my client's body, and just to relieve any extra stress that might be on it. left a little extra room in this, just in case wearing a T-shirt, or whatever he's gonna wear up underneath here. Want to make sure I gave him enough room to allow for clothing underneath as well as on top. So, cause it gives him a little bit of wiggle room, not a lot, just a little bit. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So, let's see. Look at this picture. Hey, Space Roll, thank you, man, so much for the host. Alright, so, I think the next thing is going to be for me to start to